Okay, and we are back. No casualties reported on the last event. Everything seems to be proceeding as normal. So, we're back to our latest task, which was building the turrets. As you can see, we had some work undone, which is a little bit discouraging, but nevertheless, we don't lose hope. We just try again and again. The vagaries of online life. So, we were with the turrets. Grabbing a few gears will make us do this faster. Okay. This time I'm gonna start with this side. A bit too far away from the friend. This I call setting up the perimeter. In reality, we shouldn't need to concern ourselves with this. Well, like, unless you have an active threat, it should not be necessary. I mean, the bugs, unless you are toning their difficulty up or something, are pretty tame and predictable. They do make incursions and that kind of things, but are not like they don't have like an active, um, aggressive or dangerous intelligence. And they are more like tribal, or what I could say straightforward. Mm, if I were to say they have toned down the difficulty of this little box, perhaps, since they don't want you bunkered up in your base, like against everything and not getting to know the universe or, well, the rest of the planets and whatnot. And in a way, I feel that they have um, mm, reduced the threats so that you can also like decide to go to another planet and not just lose everything you've got because of it. Mm, and the rate of growth of this box is usually well within the containment abilities of your active, you actively fighting back, even with low level tag, you know. So that's something neat. You can like do quite a bit by just fighting it up here. But to be fair, like everything else, you will never master the power that automation can. So, uh, mass produce weapons, mass produce turrets, mass produce repair kits. Well, those are the real battle winners, right? Okay, perfect. Beautiful skin-like murder circle of protection. Okay, so Where were we? Oh, we wanted to make a car. That was one of our goals. It requires 8 engines, which need to be produced with iron gear, pipe, and steel plate. And these cannot be done by hand. For example, steel plates come here, from here, iron gear and pipe. The next assembler has a slightly more production capacity with 0.75, but we have not yet the resources to upgrade everything, so that'll have to wait. We will redo gear. We will do pipe. And then we will do engine. And well, no, one more. Yeah, like this. So there's gear, there's pipe, and now we need a steel bar. Okay, so we have succeeded. We have a factory of engines. Engines? Who knows? We don't want that many, they take a lot of metal. And later on they will be useful, but right now I just need a few for a car. So steel comes in here, fits these two limited things that don't even empty two box. Then fits another gear and pipe so that we can produce more engines. Just joking. That's that. There is still iron coming in here, but we are going to speed this up because we want some sort of model of production should we have better? Still input. Oh no, you don't want to do that. That was a mistake. No, stop polluting it. Jesus Christ. How annoying. It's just lost. So I was saying, there you go. That's a way to stimulate production. Now we have this up. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so now we have the engine, whatever. They are building this. We need how many for a car? 8. So we just wait a little bit. How are science doing? 226, 139. We will stop this one. And they will pair up like that in a little bit. Now, what should I research? I believe that we have to start with the all-get gathering. That's absolutely necessary for everything else. Are we witness to any oil yet? Have we witnessed? Not a single deposit, but that's what the car is for. To go searching for some. It's a good thing we created this perimeter, because since we're gonna leave for the adventure of finding resources, specifically oil, it's necessary to leave a perimeter, because we couldn't like come back and shoot the guys if they started attacking. At least not in time before they destroy quite a bit of things. So we take a few turrets with us, and we will set out with the vehicle as soon as we can. 2 more engines. We will take some coal with us, because that's any... The car can run on any burnable, you know? Okay. This is... Nope, we need a bit more. Not that much more. 3 is already more than enough. Like, there we go. Okay, we're getting down to business. The car is here. We have a direction to go. In. The car can shoot, that's amazing. Now, the thing about driving the car, you enter the car with enter after you have refueled it. Probably the car is more about not crashing and the way you control it. Like, you need to think. It has a different control scheme than the character. The character, if you press up, it runs up. If you press down, it runs down. Oh yeah, I'm sorry for that. Didn't mean to. So when you're a person, if you press up, you go up. If you press down, you go down. Let's not pass through their lives, through their homes. Oh shit. I guess I can bring you with me. Well, that's not where. That's not the droist I'm looking for. Remember, you can always craft no matter what you're doing. So you have something like you would like to have in the bunch, what it takes long to do. Remember to do it while you travel or explore or do something like. So, as I was telling you, when you're driving the car, you must think of yourself as the arrows being positioned based on the direction your car is aiming at. So, if your car is turning left, it's facing down, right makes you turn to the left of the screen, to the right of the car. Left, if you're facing north, then right and left are correct. Well, like they're always correct, but like the point of reference is the same as your arrows. Easier to pull aggro with a car, easier to escape, easier to fight. There's our oil, crude, old, yield combined. Quite a bit. Excellent. Let's get us to explore, but we will explore on foot. That's a very rich plutonium vein. So it seems that this is gonna be our expansion route. Shines at night. Sickly golden green. Beautiful like fell magic. Beautiful and deadly. Oh, fell magic is not beautiful, but it's deadly and it's green. Coal, big coal. And the start of the sea. Orient, as you would rather see it. Oh, this looks more on a peninsula, like a peninsula now. Okay, I guess we can get on the car and get back home. Now we know our goal. Now we can make plans for it. Oh no, wrong button. Hey, wait for me, you motherfucker. I'm sorry. There we go. Like, remember not to crash, which. Wow. Hey, we made it. I don't know what I killed on my way here. Jesus Christ, your ability to keep on running after. It's annoying. Okay, so what happened while I wasn't home? Let's take a look. One mine is out. That is great. We no longer have the copper mine. Let's reinstall it. Again, we are kind of cutting the patch. Your turrets must always give way to your industry. Like, it is. They have quite a bit of range and they can manage. The others are okay. Input seems alright. Not a bad time to put those there. I guess I can put this one here. Not sure how I got it. How is the power profile going? Oh yeah, we know every day, top bottom, and we don't need more for now. What else? Ball gathering 93%. So the simple best way to get from here to there is a railway. This is because this is kind of the most efficient transportation that I have seen in the system. And well, the thing about the railway is that it requires stone and steel. We've got both of those. But you also have to like follow a path with it. Now your path can be straight or can be curved depending on your needs and feelings, but it has to be like laid out in a way that it reaches like the target location and stops close to the objective so that the objective can be mined and then you can bring the resources home in the train. You cannot displace the fluids for too far with the piping system. That's new, I guess. So we have to look into that thing about the train now, which is right there, only 75. How many green and reds do we have? 179 greens, 102 reds. Okay. So we will just give it some time. Oh, I don't think we can actually craft the rails beforehand, but we can go fetch the stone. This is one good time to use the forgotten stone, the abandoned stone. Okay. And steel, let's go fetch some steel. Quite a bit. If you left shift click pressed, you can like pick many single stacks at once by just hovering over them, passing over them. We'll let more bricks go into wall for now. So research is underway. Let's check power. Now that we came close, all good. These ones keep gaining. There are more at night, I guess. Look at the pollution. This is for night, when it pops up to compensate for absence of sun and runs a few minutes before coming down, because the next day it will be carried by the solar cells again. So right now we're about 200 pollution. Only 3 minutes for next development. We're happy with the balance. Perhaps we could increase because we again have no reflux, which means we could do better. I do see some bronze coming in there. Let's take a look at the numbers. We're producing less than what we're consuming, so we will increase production. There we go. We have essentially doubled the bronze production now. See how this plays out in a little bit. $154.83. So, from what we saw in our trip, there's kind of like significant vegetation all the way around, like, and what could be the most straight line would come right across the forest. The alternative is to like civil up here, travel diagonally, go south, turn left, take like a bit to this forest here, run in here and stop kind of here. But which might not be a bad idea because this will be like an internal thing. And it is well defended by paths, you know? One here, one north, and better than nothing. But I'm more inclined to just doing a straight line, like cut from here to here. Perhaps like build a lot and just come and measure it to ensure that we get free of this stopping line or go through the left hand. This might be better left hand, because on the right hand we're gonna have to go through the thickest, but in the left hand we might be able to pull a line here, and this is the only part of the force that will be affected. But it will have to be measured from over there and then pulled all the way up here. And that's exactly what we're gonna do now. We're just waiting for the production to end, to finish, to be done. Be done! Yay! So now we can build the rail. Let's go because we're gonna need a lot of it, like all of it. That's it. We just consumed all our steel bars, and we have nothing to show for it, but a lot of work. 300 and some of these rails, and that's not enough. We're gonna go for more. There we go. Now I will start transporting ourselves there while we wait for the solution to our problems. Let's plan a road. We're gonna destroy these guys. I mean, it's happening. We might be better able to pull it from here all the way up. Less forest to destroy. And this is a good ascent space for that. And there's even another field over here. This is even better. Then it's settled. Let's repair. Oh. Realign. I mean, we had to. Oh no. I'm sorry for that. I mean, like, I could have been more civilized, perhaps. But it would have been slower. Okay. So, there's our rail track. And it was much more, much less complicated than expected. This is a success, round success. Now we need a few engines for the train, and we need to build the wheel. The wheel allows it to return. Very good. Oh, we don't have our stations and those fancy things yet. But we now can build this guy. We just need more engines. And steel bars. Hey, I don't think I'm gonna do this many. So the training is going to allow us to set up our own industry straight ahead, right away, immediately, quickly, fast. Doesn't really matter how far away it is. It almost flies. I mean, there's something faster, the spaceship. Okay, so we have our train and we can place it here. And we will add some fuel to it and we'll ride it with enter. And bam. Fortunately, G-forces do not apply to this little guy. So you can just accelerate and get to the end of the line and stop abruptly at it and nothing happens. You're not liquefied by the G-forces. So that's it. A very express way. Forward and backward. Oh, what have I done? No, this is not what I wanted. Okay. So we will finish the circle. There we go. And give ourselves the way back. There we go. So this is our station for now. Let's go back home and build the how are they called? Extractor pumps. Your personal train. How cool is that? Now, we won't be using that stone for now. We can use a box to store the rails. Like we might need more, but that'll be later. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna build the pumps. How many spots are there in that location? 6 in total. Exactly for how many I have resources. Now we are gonna need 2 containers of this. So we're gonna need a few more iron plates. That's a few too many iron plates. And we will need more bullets. So with these tools, we'll go there. Oh, and wall. That's what the wall is for. When you're building stuff that is like more isolated and they're not caring for actively, walls are your friends. In this particular planet, take a quick look at the distance traveled in just a few seconds. Here are ore extraction spots. I'm going to rotate them so that we got all the production in the interior. Hmm. Then we're gonna build the walls. We will be missing a few walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And about 4 more, I guess. Quite a bit of pipe. And our 2 tanks. Okay. So now we have them all connected. And how much power do they use? They use 90 kilowatts. So if one of our power cells does 60 or so kilowatts, this would be like 9 times 6, 450. And is that correct? Something like that. And that'll be 10, slightly under 10, like 7, 8. Yes, we can. So let's go get them. They will only work a day, but that's good enough. It will make them less contaminant overnight because they will just stop generating contaminants at night. And that's it. Their work is really not that intensive. Now, what else should I carry with me? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 6. Well, we'll see when we connect them. I mean, right now we're going into night, so they're gonna shut down, but we can measure, we can just see the power overlay as soon as the day comes back. So we need some pumps. Good thing we have the right resources for it. We got the oil processing technology because we were able to extract some oil with the pumps. I should have brought in more walls now that I think of it, but I also don't think we make them that fast, so next thing would be taking a quick look where we're gonna upload the resources to the train. So the way we're gonna measure it is kind of like manually by bringing the train over there and kind of calculating where it would sit by and then installing the pumps. So now let's carry on. There we go. Oil all the way up. That needs some power. We can do one of this or two. Very well, very well. The last thing we require is the wagon that allows us to carry liquids, which is right here. It requires 200. How many have we got? Oh, 233 greens, 181 reds. Okay. We're good on that side. So what else? Oh yeah, a radar I wanted to install. I'm certain that during the day we are exceeded, and the radar only uses 300 kilowatts, so it can work during the day along the other things. There we go. Now let's go see if we can make some more wall while the Fluido wagon is being researched. I'm sorry for that, guys. Okay, so walls. To get more walls on, we're gonna take some stone and we're gonna make some bricks. We stopped storing the bricks there, so there should be more coming here. And that should do it. Now we just want the fluid wagon to be ready so that we can bring the fluid back home and start processing it. We will need pumps to offload it from the train, the same way we loaded it into it. We're gonna need tanks to store it, and we're gonna need the remaining infrastructure, oil refinery, chemical plant. We're gonna need more steel because we need more than one chemical plant, right? Like 3, I think we require to start with. That's pretty much it. We're very happy to have found oil because now we can actually start progressing towards the coolest technology. And all of this is still within the reach of the first Factorio game. If you just purchase that, I think that everything you have seen would be the same. Like if you can play this as the end game of the old game. Okay, so we'll go down there and we will go ahead and set up a few more walls. There we go. We don't have the walls yet. So this is what it does. They fill in this tank. What the machines, the pumps, and they only work at day. So we succeeded in finishing walling up, and the next thing we will like is the station system, the signaling system, because that will allow us to not have to ride the train back and forth each time. While that starts getting done, we will start installing the industry for oil. It is interesting because now we have two independent networks thanks to solar power. The few slices set over there, we can see it because it's nighttime and there's not a lot of electrical power, but daylight came, radar activated, and these guys are starting really slow because they have low power, but as they come through, they're gonna start pumping again. And this is okay because this will actually control a bit the pollution. And while it might not be great for the yield, right now it's not a problem. We don't have anything set up to process it, so yeah, chill. Let's see what is the rate of consumption once the industry is installed. Nine times 4 is how much? It'll be 14 minus 4. That'll be like 36. That'll be like 3.6 megawatts. So steam engines are still able to carry like 1 point some, 1.2. I'm not certain how many 82 times 60 are gonna do. 100 times 60 will be 6 megawatts. So 82 is gonna be like what? 50% between 40 and there. There we go. We're good. All cool. Excellent. Now, what goes next? Why is this here? I don't know. Let's remove it. Okay. Okay. Very well, very well. So, what do we do next? Excess. Let's stop excess. You know what? Do your thing into a box. Because I do want you to clear the area, even if I don't want your resources inside the system. Now, I should wall the internal section of this wall, because if this is automated and you can like walk through when this guy is running through, you get killed. Not a cool thing. So you better like watch out the train tracks. Don't walk over them carelessly. Mind both ways of the street. You know, like in real life. So fluid wagon. Where would you put the gas industry? I say that I want to push left. The reason for that is that I want to meet the sea. Like if I can make my base from here to there, I have this wall. West south, west wall. I have this very small pass to cover at the north, which can be like thickly walled. And I just have to care for this little entrance south, and that's it. I have like this huge protection from cliff all the way here, all the way here. I mean, this is something that obviously can get me attacked, but I will like push up all the way in this corner before blocking up. So have a block here, cliff protecting up to here, cliff. There's a whole cliff protecting up to here, which is my outer base, and then we have more cliffs. We can like generate a sort of wall taking advantage of this chain. And that's that. We have the wall sector for ourselves, and we have the, well, we will decide what to do next. If push towards uranium here, 4.9 million, or this 3 million over here. Like, that's very relaxed because you don't really need that if you go hard solar, at least not on Earth, but perhaps when you do spaceship, that becomes different. Jesus Christ. Should I manually remove some? No, I trust the self-clearing methods of the dual band. Like, I just reduce the flow. I'm gonna like stop it entirely with a second box. And that's that. They will autocorrect quickly. No. No, there's none. Let's remove this. Oh, okay, we're running into an hour, so I guess we're gonna leave it at that for tonight. And we will come back to it later on down the road.